grow up fast?
No, just growing up in the hood, period. Our environment.
Everybody's.
Now, how old were y'all when y'all got y'all first pistol?
First pistol? I was 10 when I got mine. I mean, I was 10. I was off the porch at 10 years old, for real. Man, listen, bro. I was off the porch at 10 for real. Him too,
Guns was
man.
easy to get back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So to the normal person, 9 and 10 to have a gun is wild, right? So.
Not to us.
Right.
Yeah, it was nothing else.
No.
Nothing else.
So Diesel, how old were you when you used your first gun?
When I used my first gun, I was about 13, 14 years old. Dude tried to jack me and I hit him up. Yeah, hit him in his legs and let him know I wasn't playing. Yeah.
You know what we talked about this
Yeah.
before. I was 10 years old. Yeah. I was 10, about 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, using that.
Oh, yeah,
That's when I got my first murder.
So, yeah, first Diesel, when you first shot your first gun, did it make you want to do it again? When you got your first taste of blood, did it make you want to do it again, or did you feel remorse, or what was your feeling?
I was ready. I was hyped up. I wanted to do it again, me. Yeah. I was ready for somebody to play with me. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to knock you off, boy. Believe that. Yeah, bring it.
What?
Did it make you want to go further?
Yeah, you know what? Just like, I'm going to use an example, like in prison. When I hit a compound, give me 2 knives. So if I got 2 knives, I think if there's 4 or 5 of y'all, I can run through y'all.
That's right.
So it's, with the guns, like the power in the gun. Like, if me and you have an argument, right? And you bigger than me, you talking all this talk. But the minute I raise my shirt and you see the pistol, you're going to humble. You're going to humble.
Because you know you're going to take care of your business.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's going to knock you off.
When you got that gun, I just thought I was tough. I always thought I was tough.
You know, most of the descriptions in movies, when someone gets their first body or something like that.
Don't tell me this throw up stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was never a thing like, oh my God.
No. Listen to everybody. I think the mob started that foolishness. I've never had night. The only thing I used to dream of when I was injured at home, money. I still think about that now. Money. I want some land. I want to buy some land now, but I've never had nightmares.
It's a very body.
Yeah, I never had a nightmare. I don't like that. That don't never cross my mind.
Oh, you know, so there's like songs where people,
These might have had nightmares.
No, I have no nightmare. I'm good. I'm straight. None at all. I promise you, I don't. No, indeed.
Have you ever hated an enemy so much that you thought about digging him up?
No, that's the niche.
It's the YNs right now. The YNs.
Yeah, because you know it's like, man, I can piss on his grave, dig him up, and throw his body around.
You dead. It's over with. Now, I did say this when I was in jail. I was like, you know what? I don't want to kill no more of my enemies because it ain't gonna be no more fun. Once he's dead, it's over with.
Right.
So I want them to see me shine.
That's the real torture.
Did you have a favorite op?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your?
Diesel.
I was your favorite All right.
Let me tell you why.
Let me say, y'all.
Listen, let me tell you why. This is real talk. Because listen, me and Diesel was the same height, same size.
Right.
And it's like a competition. I couldn't stand those because he always dressed fly, but he was arrogant.
Right.
Like, you see how quiet he be there? That's how he was then, right? And like, we had like the same girls. So it's like, say if I meet a female, I'm like, boy, I got one now. And then like, if me and her break up or down the line, he messing with her. How he got her? Where he met her? So he was just irritate the mess out of me, man. Yeah.
Diesel, was he your favorite op?
Oh man, it was all he was. Yes, he was. He was the top op, man. Yes, indeed. He was the top op, man, because we had all the women and stuff.
You think you would have felt bad if you had to knock out Diesel back in the day?
No, I wanted to bad. I thought that was, listen, Diesel was terrorizing so much, right? Here's the thing: what he do, he gonna terrorize and he gonna go gamble. So in my mind, I'm like, you're gonna shoot dice, you're gonna gamble, like you just taking this war for a game. You need to be focused. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man, say, bro. Then he didn't know I knew about the cars he was driving, right? Because one thing I learned about even in your hood, everybody don't like you in your hood.
Right.
So I'm in a Calio project, and him and his brother come out. It was, I don't know, it was blue or brown or raggedy car. They hot in the back, and then they had this cab they used to drive. They used to ride in the back.
That's
so they was doing their dirt in the cab.
Right.
But I knew because people gonna take it.
People telling them, see that?
Yeah.
They trying to get
That's
knock
when
me
you
off.
rival boy on the jewelry too.
I ain't knocked them. I ain't robbed them boys on
Yeah,
no
yeah,
jewelry.
how you got the
He
jewelry?
lying, y'all.
He said he lying.
He
He
lying.
got a big old herringbone chain on,
Yeah.
talking to you with a knife on him. So why you got a weapon on you in the field?
Because dudes was bigger than me. They had beef with me.
Why they have beef with you?
I mean, they was
Bigger
tripping.
than you, they
They was
gonna kill
tripping.
somebody small, right?
I wasn't trying to do them dudes nothing.
But he got a big old chain on. Go ahead.
Okay, so y'all was y'all biggest ops. Y'all was each other biggest ops. So what was the Mending bridge? What was the bridge that made y'all like, okay, like maybe we can work this out, maybe we can make some money, maybe we can get cool. Like what was that? Where was that point at?
All right, I was home before you, right?
Yeah, you come on
Y'all
before
come
me.
before him.
Yes,
So
yes.
when I was on Vlad TV, Vlad asked questions from the people in the comments. So somebody, they thought they was trolling me. They was like, ask him about Lil Diesel and tell him don't duck the question. So at this point, I'm like, I ain't never get my lick back from him, right? Because he stabbed me in the chest, right? But at this point, I'm like, okay, I done changed my life. I ain't tripping. Because God has favored me. I'm winning. So, and I had started a nonprofit while I was in prison. So when I come home, I just kept it going. So when they asked me the question, I was like, yeah, because I like to reminisce on my stories. And if you was up, I ain't gonna hate on you, you know. So I talked about it, and then they left it alone. Then Vlad contacted me. He was like, how you feel about sitting down with these on camera? I'm like, okay, cool. I could have said no because he had just come home, and I could have just left me down in New Orleans and go get you another gun and go kill up each other, you know? But this would really made me too sit down too. I don't know if you remember this. When I started beefing with the Calio project, so guys in prison were making bets who gonna kill first. So it's crazy. He said I got guys on the run and they're making bets, right? So they've been doing this stuff. So and I remember Diesel sending word through one of my best friends. He locked up. He'd been locked up for 37 years for homicide he didn't commit. And the dude who committed murder was up there with him. He home now. But anyway, so he had sent word to him. He was like, "Tell gangster to keep his head up and handle his business." No, like it's somebody who trying to kill him, trying to kill. And he's sitting there. So these on my side, you know, right? So that's what. And I was like, you know what? And by him, I know he did 30 years later. The last time we had seen each other, we was trying to kill each other in the jail. So 30 years later, he home. I'm like, I'm gonna show him something different now. This is the way you get money, you know, because I know he on something positive. Because I kept my ear to that Angola, and I want to know what's going on. Then I saw him, I saw that boy. I don't know what he up to. So, but I was already out here in Texas living life. So yeah, but and I was like, I didn't know what his plans were, but I was like, he need to see this side where you can make money, because there's enough money for everybody, you know. So, but I would say this: I don't want to see all my ops get money, because I learned when you help a lot of people out, once they build up their money, they come back and annihilate you. So it depends. You got to study the person. You got to see what type of person you're dealing with first.
Did it feel good to stab Terrence?
Yeah. Well, how was that?
Yeah.
Man, this is my brother, man. This
No,
dude.
I'm talking about like
I ain't gonna kick you out, bro. You already out.
It's all good. It's all love, homie. I
You saw him
appreciate
at
you.
the fair and you're like, man, I got to get this Terrence.
No,
I didn't see me.
I wasn't trying
I
to do
stole off
nothing.
on
He
you.
snuck me.
He had his back to
I was
him.
about to knock these other clowns off.
Oh, okay.
The ones you robbed.
No, I ain't robbing dudes.
See, this what happened. So listen, it's me, Mosquito, OG Boo Black. So we walking around in the field, right? And we trying to find something to get you know, he's young, he's wild.
Oh yeah, he was wild.
So him and his brother, they dressed like they got these kind of shirts on here.
Phoenix Suns.
Sun
Yeah.
outfit, right?
Mhm.
So they got the big gold herringbone chain on, and it's him and his brother. They two little, and they talk to some big guys. The guys they talking to. This guy's jewelry they got on. So we see him, right? These men right there. So I snuck up behind him and I hit him. And then it just went left.
Yeah, he stuck me.
He had his back turned.
But I already had
He
the
had a
knife in my
knife on him.
hand.
He had a steak
I'm about to
knife.
knock these other clowns off, but when he snuck me, it went to him instead of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to get stabbed, you feel like, damn, how, like, I'm foolish for even, like, trying to steal off.
I didn't realize I was stabbed at first. Because you know when you're adrenaline going, you just going, right? So I had on a gold Tommy Hilfiger shirt. with the plaid collar.
Yeah.
I was fresh.
You fly.
What happened was, so after that, me and his brother started fighting. So he chased Mosquito, one of the original Hot Boys, right? So when I go that way to go towards Diesel, now he's facing me with the knife. I'm like, rah, come on. I'm like, oh, ain't no come on. I ain't got no knife. I had to go this way. No, ain't no come on. So I ran around, right? So when I run around him to get outside, there were some females right there. So I stopped and raised my shirt up and my wound was making noise, like a little, it was making noise, right? Because he's standing right here, right in front of my chest, right here.
You got lungs?
Yeah, my lungs collapsed and everything. I had 34 stitches down my
That man had 15 dudes that was killers on his team.
No.
Murder him.
Yeah, he tried to murder, thank you, exactly.
Yeah.
So he tried to
For keeps, you play. For keeps.
So,
He got 15 killers on his team against
so
two
look,
of
and
us.
I saw the girls in there. I didn't want to leave the girls, right? So I laid down on the floor. And then they called the ambulance. That was the ambulance was real expensive back then. So they called the ambulance and brought me to the hospital. And then right after that, I had to go get a checkup. I ran into his brother. And his brother had been shot. His leg was cut off.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and I was like, I saw him slap him, but he was like,
You gotta slap him, man.
Yeah, he come off the elevator, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, nah, he with his mother and his man. I'm not gonna disrespect his family. Like, you know. So I just walked up to him, shook his hand, like, what's up? He said, you all right? I'm like, yeah, you all right? 'Cause I'm still walking now, you know. But yeah, and then after that, I saw him in the jail.
There's a saying that say any man can pull a trigger. You believe that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Power can kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about a knife?
That too.
What about the what?
A knife.
No, everybody ain't about that. No.
Everybody not, but I saw guys in prison stabbed out of fear.
That's true.
I've seen guys
Some
stabbed out of
dudes
fear.
do something do that.
So having an intimate moment when you're stabbing somebody, that doesn't make you feel no type of way.
It's joy because you got bullies in prison. So when you got that knife and you stabbing that person, he's screaming and hollering. Now that little girl that came out of him.
Yeah. That's just like when I stabbed him up, when I went to Angola, everybody already knew I was going to judge him up, so I ain't had no problems because they knew he was a hot dude in the city, him and his whole crew.
Oh.
And if I did that to them, they already knew what was going to happen in Angola. Yeah. So I was good.
What's one of the worst prison stories that
Worst prison stories? I seen a guy got knocked out and the dude went straight in his butt. Straight like that. I was in the shower and another dude was in the shower and the dude came in and punched the dude out, knocked him out, and went in his butt.
What happened to him after that?
What you mean? Ain't nothing happened.
Did he go to like the infirmary or?
No, it just ain't no help. Everybody was just talking.
Did you get revenge?
All they was doing was talking around the compound about what happened. Yeah, I was right there.
So when something like that happens to a man, he loses his manhood. All right, now is he just a boy?
No. Oh, you don't know. If you don't do nothing after that
Yeah.
happens,
So did he?
because it can happen to anybody. Somebody can knock me out and rape me.
Yeah. So did he get revenge?
No, I don't know. He's accepted it. So I mean, he gay. A person like me, if that happened to me, I'm gonna kill him next. I'm gonna kill him.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna ask, what would be the proper response to something like that happening to you?
Gotta kill him.
Yeah, to me, if it happened to
Somebody
me,
taking your booty, what's the proper response?
I'm gonna kill him. But most guys just let it happen. So that means he's just going, he's gay after that. All that. Yeah, he's a sissy. He's a sissy for real.
Now, hey, I'm curious, as y'all was coming up, like, what was y'all, personally, each of y'all, what was y'all favorite gangster movie like that?
Scarface.
Scarface, y'all, that's the best. Scarface is the best. Oh yeah.
Yeah, what was it about Scarface for each of y'all that made,
Oh
like,
man,
what was it?
money, the
He
big
told
money.
his friend, don't mess with my sister.
That's right.
And see, this yeah. See, this what I love about myself is I pride myself on never beefing with a guy behind a female.
Oh Lord.
Because that's always tell me, there's crackheads out there. If you want to hump something, you go get some cat.
I got
Right?
$40, y'all.
There you go. So I never got into it to do behind a female.
Right.
And when if that man, like, when I was on the street, like, I never messed with a married woman. I never messed with a woman who had a boyfriend or a man she lived with. So it's like, I don't never want to get killed or mess with, get into it behind that.
Yeah.
There's too many women out here. So when Scarlett told him, don't mess with my sister, you still stuck and met with that man's sister.
That's right.
So do you feel like he was wrong for telling them? You feel like he was right for saying, don't mess with my sister?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the thing is, if, like, me and Diesel hang together, right?
Right.
So if I got a sister like Diesel, because I know you a dog, I know what you do.
But the dude was actually taking his sister serious.
He didn't know.
Yeah, but I don't know that. I just know, this is what I always tell people. how I meet you and when I leave, say it right now, every time I see you, this is the first time, maybe a second, but your wife not here. So you and your wife always together, y'all dress alike.
Right.
So now, say I decide to move to Timbuktu, and then they're like, man, you know, Rook in Oak Cliff with the Draco and what? I know Rook, family man Rook. That's your son, respect.